Okay, gang, take it from the top.
We're just talking about dark, terrible places.
Yeah,
Yep.
dark, terrible places.
We've all been there, right? We are there.
Presently.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, a little column A, little column B. It's
like
all
that
happening once.
Mitch Hedberg joke. I used to be in a dark and terrible place. I still am. But
Yeah,
but I used to be too.
God bless him.
God.
What an incredible
R.I.P.
human he was.
Pour one out.
Seriously. I would, except it would probably damage my laptop, and I want to drink
pouring it into my mouth.
Yeah. Pour one in.
Pour one in. Just like Mitch Hedberg would like.
That's right. He would appreciate that. He would appreciate the wordplay. Ahoy, listeners. This is Debut Buddies. It's your fortnightly podcast about firsts. My name is Nate, and I'm one of the buddies.
My name's Kelly. I'm an additional buddy.
I'm Chelsea. I'm the other buddy.
And I hope you've been memorizing your Markiplication tables, because this episode, we're going to be talking about the first film directed by Markiplier / Mark Fishbach.
We'll say Fishbach.
Yeah, Fishbach. That's fine.
But not Fishbach.
The movie is titled Iron Lung. So get your vaccines ready to avoid
Okay.
blood ocean polio.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah, I did it. It happened. Wowzers, this movie. I mean, I don't like there's not a lot of preamble here, because there's not previous Markiplier stuff other than
what?
He's clearly a YouTuber.
Yeah, there's a ton. There's so much Markiplier.
He's a YouTuber. Okay.
He's a...
Then I will go completely silent and ask.
He does have a TV show that he made about sleeping.
What do you guys know about him? Because I know nothing, and I've watched none of his YouTubes and have no prior relationship with him.
Well, as you know, I'm a big time gamer. So.
Kelly loves video games.
I'm choking on my beer. Thank you very much.
Sorry about that. No, I've never watched his content. I believe that. So going into this, I was like, I know who he is. I know what he looks like. He has shown up in like the Vlogbrothers sphere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I saw him on screen and was like, nope, I've got him confused with someone else whose name I don't know. So I've never seen this man before in my life. Chelsea, what are your thoughts?
So he's been around for a very long time. He is it Let's Play whenever you watch somebody play video games, and he was like one of the earlier Let's Play YouTubers. Probably one of the earliest.
Was he like a boy, like a
he was young. He
teen?
was in his teens.
Okay.
Because he's 36 now, and I will say I have seen his username over the years.
You have known his existence.
Yeah. I
you
will
guys are
further
way ahead of me,
say,
because I am so like YouTube adjacent for the most part anyway. I have like very specific Let's Plays and things that I watch, and I don't go looking. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. I will say I thought his name was Markiplier for these many years.
Like the capital of Vermont.
Good. Me too.
We were thinking about the capital of Vermont?
No, I just have never
Vermont.
like read his name very closely.
I also thought it was I thought it was
literally was not until last week when you said Markiplier that I was like, oh that is the order those letters are in.
That's only because I had never seen it before.
Yeah, you had the benefit of fresh eyes. Whereas I read it wrong once 15 years ago.
But he became super famous from, I think, Five Nights at Freddy's. So he became like the main Five Nights at Freddy's.
Wait, for Let's Plays? Oh, okay.
Yeah, for Let's Plays. Okay. So those were two things that I did not watch a lot of Let's Plays until probably closer to like the 2020. Had a lot of time on my hands for some reason.
Weird.
And
Why did that happen?
In 2020?
No idea.
Huh.
But that and he, I was saying something in my brain short circuited. Okay. So he did Let's Plays Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's.
I did not show.
Oh yeah, and then he had a TV show which I downloaded, but I had not watched it. But I had it sitting on my phone for a while. But it's about him having not him. He's an actor in it, but it's about insomnia and not sleeping.
And this is a,
And it looked fun. So
is
I
it
was
on a
like,
network or like a
it's
streaming
on
service?
Prime, I think.
Interesting.
But that
think
could
I-
still be self-produced. Like Hellier was on Prime, but that
Yeah.
was self-produced, like Iron Lung is.
Yeah. And so the Five Nights at Freddy thing makes sense because apparently one of the things I read while reading about this film and him was that he passed up a role in the Five Nights at Freddy's sequel film
Oh.
to
because he was
produce
working on this.
this. Yeah,
That
he
makes
was like,
sense.
I can't do that. I'm making this instead.
That must have been I don't want to jump too far ahead, but that must have been like a small cameo, right? Because he's not like an incredible actor. Although I've heard that Five Nights at Freddy sequel is not good, so maybe he was going to be Josh
I mean, the
Hutcherson.
first
I don't
Five
know.
Nights at Freddy thing isn't supposed to be good either. So, I mean, but
I thought
yes,
people liked it. Oh, darn.
I think, to not bury the lead, he is neither incredible nor particularly credible as an actor in this movie. He has moments.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
I think that if he keeps working at it, he'll
I
get
think
there.
most of the problem with the movie is that the script is overwritten to the extent that he's doing acting that doesn't need to be there. But we can get into that later, too.
So it was called The Edge of Sleep was the show.
The Edge of Sleep. Okay.
Came out
How
in
many?
2024.
How
6
long
episodes.
it is? 6 episodes.
But I can't see who's the director or writer for any of it.
Oh, weird. Is it not
Oh, no,
on
I see.
IMDb?
Corey Adams is
Okay.
the director. Willie Block and Jacob Manuel are the writers for the first episode, at least.
There were, in reading the credits for Iron Lung, there were a lot of names that articles would reference as though they were people that we should know. So I'm forced to assume that these are other YouTubers in the same sphere.
There was one that is famous. Oh,
I don't know.
I like said his name earlier because Troy Baker's in it, and Troy Baker does the voice of Joel in
Yes, Joel in The Last of Us.
Last of Us. He's also
Absolutely.
he does a bunch of other people. He's a very, very famous video game voice actor.
He's known for
Cool.
having done all of the Batman voices, and that he's done Batman and the Joker and Robin
In games.
in different games. Yeah.
That's what a fun get
Yeah.
for Iron Lung.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's fun. Not for me specifically.
The only thing I don't like about Troy Baker is I also learned that he is a proponent of generative AI for video game making. And I'm like,
Boo.
Who was it?
Troy Baker.
Yeah. He also had something else that was a little before the AI thing that was a little iffy about him. And I was like, oh, do we not?
Has he been canceled?
Maybe maybe a little
Man,
bit.
there's no way to know. Everybody's
Yeah.
been canceled a little bit.
yeah, we're all imminently cancelable.
Did you see the additional voices, Kelly?
I skimmed through them. Did I miss somebody?
Yeah, you did.
Who is it?
Raul Coley.
I love Raul Coley. Aw. Who was he? There aren't a lot of characters. One of the irradiated.
He was just additional voices, so probably just a voice in the background.
Yeah, there were a lot of soundscapes with unintelligible.
He could have been one of the men
words.
speaking with the Eden Station versus Filament Station situation that was sort of alluded
Yeah,
to.
yeah. One of the soundscapes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aw.
Because
Coley.
he's the what's his face guy, right?
Yep.
That's what I mean.
What's his face guy? Yep.
He's in Haunting
He's
of Bly
in-
Manor and a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Mike Flanagan verse.
He's a hunky guy.
Actor. God, he's a hunk.
Yeah.
I don't know that a lot of people would describe him as such, but I know I would.
I think a lot of people would.
Okay,
Like,
good.
you can set your watch to that jawline. What are we talking about?
God, and when he had a mustache,
It's a good look. Almost made
great
me want to
look.
grow a mustache, and then it's like, I'm not him. Doesn't work. Not the same.
have you ever had a mustache?
No, I mean a couple of times, but sort of as a
For
joke.
a bit. Yeah, you seem so sad.
I mean, I would love to do the mustache and then 5 o'clock shadow thing. I think that looks good, but I don't have
Yeah.
enough of 5 o'clock shadow outside of the mustache. And then I don't know. It's mustache, you know.
You're not Raul
You
Coley.
gotta be careful.
I'm not.
It's like a
Yeah,
cop
sorry
thing.
about that.
It is.
You do got to be careful. It's like a cop thing. Yeah. There's a it's a dangerous game.
Combined with the fact that I'm always wearing that stripper outfit and the aviators, people are going to mistake me.
I think it works with the stripper outfit, but the aviators, yeah.
I mean, and I sprung for the authentic handcuffs because, like, you're not gonna come on. Like the toy ones don't convince anybody.
Too easy to get out of.
Just saying.
You can tell.
Yeah,
you can always tell.
But the baton's all mine.
Okay.
All right.
There is a transition here from can't get out
there we go.
to iron lung, handcuffs to iron lung. There's a transition here.
Being trapped in a growing cop costume metaphor that's getting grosser and more uncomfortable by the moment.
Yeah. We just lived our own iron lung for a moment.
So this movie came out this year, 2016. It's an independent science fiction horror film, and I say horror loosely.
Did you say 2016?
2026 is what I meant if I said 2016.
You sure did.
Okay. Well, look.
That's fine. Let's go back. Let's redo it.
Yeah, February of 2016 was a totally different vibe. It's Markiplier's directorial debut. It's based on a video game titled Iron Lung that was made in 2022 by David Szymanski, who he is notably listed in the credits as with a story by. Though I question what degree he was working on the script for this versus just making sure that it followed the script of the game. Because the movie feels very much like a video game.
It feels so much like a video game. And I knew so little about any of this that the movie starts and I was like, this feels like a video game.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like in the credits, it's like based on a video game. And I was like, well, that explains that then. like did not realize it was based on a game. So they nailed the aesthetic.
Yeah. I think that's also a big problem with the movie.
It's a huge problem. Yeah.
And this is what I wrote for my Letterboxd review, but video games, like a video game where you don't know what's going on and you're slowly discovering it, has the act of discovery directly happening by the player through actions that they take and through discoveries you make yourself. And that is in itself satisfying. But if you are sitting in a room and someone is doing those things slowly in front of you and you're still not putting anything together, it leaves you wanting.
And to all the young men who just heard that and you were like, damn, that's so true. That's so true. Imagine what you're putting your girlfriends through when you make them watch you play your little video games.
Yeah. Or when you just don't ask them like what they like and what they want you to do in life, in relationships. Just
At least in the game, you can be like, hey, babe, what do you think I should do to solve this next puzzle? At least do that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be cool if you could explain anything about what's going on. The movie concerns a convict named Simon, who we figure out his name is Simon, I don't know, a third of the way through the movie, who is piloting a submarine through an ocean of blood on a desolate moon after something called the Quiet Rapture has occurred, where all of the planets that were inhabitable and stars have blinked out of existence, but people still live on some space stations.
Can we pause right there and talk about that as a trope? Dare I say a trope? Stars disappearing, planets disappearing. I immediately thought of two huge properties that do the same thing. Doctor Who has a plot line about it, and the Never-Ending Story with the Nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even Thanos' snap in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is a sudden erasure of a bunch of living things.
Planets, stars, or just people on planets?
I mean, the implication is that half of the living things in the universe disappear all at once when he does the snap.
Existence. Yeah.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
They just float away.
Do you think that's what happened in Iron Lung?
That there was a snap event?
That it exists in the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
That would make it way clearer what was going on, I guess. If you're like, oh, I get it. It's part of this is between Infinity War and Endgame. I understand now why this is happening. And it's just Thanos' big eye looking through the void at him.
God.
That would be funny if Josh Brolin was like, hey.
Oh, is Josh Brolin?
Cameo.
Thanos, yeah.
Thanos? Oh,
Yeah.
love Josh Brolin. There is, in one of the indecipherable camera snaps, there is what I believe was meant to be an eye.
Yeah, giant eyeball.
I thought it was a butthole until I read the synapses afterward.
Yeah.
Was there not a butthole too? For a second, I was like,
there
are we
was a
inside
butthole,
of
right?
something? Yeah, I was like, are we looking into a butthole, or are we looking like we're gonna come out of a butthole? I was trying to figure out what butthole.
It was definitely butthole adjacent.
Yeah, there were some
There was an
sphincter-like
eyeball in one, but a butthole.
situations.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I missed the eyeball, but I
The
clocked
eyeball
butthole.
occurs. Listeners, spoilers for the movie Iron Lung. The eyeball occurs after he sees the light and he rises in the pool of blood and he's drenched in blood, and then he looks up and there's a giant red eye.
No, I saw
No,
that
there's
one
an eyeball in the picture.
in the pictures.
Oh, well, yeah, there's an eyeball in the pictures. Yeah, because you see the creature multiple times in the pictures. Like,
There's one where it takes up like the entire. It's like the entire thing. You can tell because I'm showing you guys my eye.
Chelsea she is peeling her eyelids so far open that we can see retina. Listener.
I'm flashing back to the movie.
But yeah,
I
yes.
missed that until I was reading the plot synopsis after, because quite frankly, I left the movie and was like, I don't really know how that ended.
Yes,
That's fair. Yeah.
I spent about an hour reading the fandom wiki of the
That's
movie.
a good place to go.
And
okay.
It explains a lot of the stuff that go completely unexplained in the movie. Like, they go casually referenced as if that was enough information.
And there were like updates to the game that came throughout time that changed certain things too.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Like retcon or filling it in?
I think filling stuff in, because it was like an indie game.
Yeah.
So I think it was just like, okay, you're doing this thing and you don't know why, and there's scary, right? And that thrill in and of itself is enough to make a game popular. But then they're like, well, what's going on with this? And it's like, oh, well, here, this is what's going on. Major flaw with the movie is they don't explain, like, the character doesn't have enough backstory or character arc to be that interesting. And that's not even a dig on Markiplier's acting, but it's...
Is it a dig on his writing?
Yes.
Because he also was the writer.
Yeah, because... and part of it is like... And I say this, I'm going to put on my snootiest literary journal editor
whole
Nate's
thing climbing
right now.
up.
Oh, damn.
He's climbing up on his highest horse.
But because I deal with story and storytelling all the time, like, this is exactly the thing you do when you kind of don't know how to do it yet. Like,
Sure.
The movie is overwritten with him saying fuck me, fuck me, fuck me an awful lot at points that it becomes like the movie would be more tense if it was silent and if it was dealing with just the creaking and the blood seeping than if he has to talk all the time. There's also the issues of, like, he apologizes for irradiating the people on the boat when he gets pulled up the first time. And then he promptly apologizes again, like 6 minutes later. And everybody acts like that didn't happen the first time.
That kind of made sense to me in terms of what they were trying to do with the character, right? Because he's, in my defense of this, it unveils another problem with the script, which is that I think that the reason for the double apology is, like, he is billed as convict, capital C, and he killed all these people allegedly. But then we see this juxtaposition of that with him apologizing for irradiating some people. Yeah. So I think that they were trying to be like, he's more than what his conviction, what his criminal history is. And that makes sense. But it happened, like, we haven't filled it out enough yet by the time it happens.
We
right?
don't know.
Like,
we don't have any sense that he's like a tough, hardened criminal at the beginning of the movie to make a redemption thing interesting.
And not even redemption, just like a second facet, right? Like,
yeah, totally.
Like, we don't have the
agree.
backstory yet for that to be like, oh, this is an interesting turn. But I see what they were doing.
I thought part of it was like it was more so like having to come to the realization that he doesn't understand what's happening as well. And like, I wouldn't hurt them if I had known. And it was more of a focus on if I had known. And then the continued thought of like, that's what's going on in his brain. Like, oh, I don't know what's happening. And then like, it gets to the point where it comes back to, I am sorry again for this. Like, he's just sitting there with his thoughts trying to like figure stuff out. So I felt like to me, it was appropriate. And it feels like it was normal in a process of thought like I would have. Like, I feel like I apologize multiple times within an hour about something because I will think about it again pretty quickly after. And then I will usually re-apologize because I'm like, no, I still feel bad about it. And I need to, like, I don't know if that's something I need to talk about with my therapist, but
no, I think it is realistic. I don't disagree with either of you. Like, I think it's realistic. You know, his first apology is like, I'm sorry, I wouldn't have done it if you would have talked to me. And he kind of yells. And the second time he's a little more earnest in his apology. But there's also this thing of like, in the language of cinema, why are we doing this? Like, why are we in real time for periods? And why are we jumping through time for periods? And why aren't we ever filling in the gaps that are necessary to make these things kind of come together? Like, I would be cool with him being a very like aggressive appearing, like manifest the convict character. And then that slowly breaking down with his sanity and then feeling something. But he sort of feels pretty vulnerable from the jump. And because of the nature of the game that it's trying to replicate the experience of, like, we don't know any more than he knows, which makes the whole thing very difficult to be interesting. Like, or maybe not interesting, but very difficult to feel like you can grab onto anything in particular character wise or plot wise other than, oh, we're discovering this thing together. And I guess it'll be what it is.
And I was really trying for the first half of the movie. I was really trying to like engage with the character and with the plot. And then at some point I was like, I can't parse any of these images. I don't know what these dials mean. I don't finally figured out what the blinking lights are, but
yeah, they're like the little flashers on the mirrors on your car that tell you that there's a car passing you.
Coming too close. Yeah.
I can't tell what he's graphing. He keeps like moving his arms around like he's trying to figure out which way to go. And that's great. I understand that we're trying to figure out which way to go, but I don't know how to translate that to the actions that you're taking or what you're scribbling. So at some point I was like, man, I'm just bored. I'm waiting for this movie to end.
And I haven't played the game, but I can see that it is the mechanic of the game is you have a coordinate number. They're telling you to go the coordinate number. And the only way to do that is you dial the thing in the direction where the coordinates are based on where you think you are. And then the game is the discovery of how you're mapping yourself through this thing while taking these horrifying radiation pictures of monsters. And that's cool as a game.
Sure. But as 125 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the big complaint about this movie is it's too long. I mean, that seems to be universal.
I disagree. I love the movie.
Oh, great.
So I'm just going to throw it in. I have a different opinion from you guys, and I understand that you were expecting something different out of it. It seems like.
No, I was expecting nothing. Okay. I didn't even know it was based on a video game. I
did, so I at least knew that. So when I went into it, I was like, oh, these are video game pieces, which I'm sure would be delightful for somebody who played the video game. But I found myself enjoying them because I was like, this is something I would enjoy in a video game as well. But I don't think I'd ever played this video game.
You've got the game mechanics to like tie yourself to it. So that's helpful. Mm-hmm. Even if you haven't played this one, you have the experience of playing games, which I didn't have because this is nothing like Clue. And I do want to be clear. I am being very critical. I don't think that it was bad.
Yeah, I agree. I think it was pretty fun, and I liked a lot of things about it. I think lot
about it.
There's some functional problems that
we are coming in hot with the
improved.
criticisms.
Yeah,
yeah. Like I think that. I mean, like I said with his acting, I think that keep working on it. Maybe get an acting coach. Like I see something there, as she says, as not an actor. I don't know.
We're all licensed.
We're all critics.
Of the Academy. No, I think like my big thing is really the writing, and it's more that like the script could have used a couple more passes to clear out some of the like there's time we're spending emphasizing his emotional state through him yelling or saying things when we could have spent a little more time on some of the flashback things that would have made it clearer what all of the sort of stakes and environment were. Because I think that's the really cool stuff. Like, every aspect of this is so interesting, right? Like, humanity gets blinked out in an instant.
That's crazy.
Moons appear covered with oceans of blood. Super cool.
That turns out to be human blood.
It turns out to be human blood, which is really interesting.
Where'd all that blood come from?
Right, which is really interesting. And like, I wanted, because I know the video game doesn't provide answers to this. I read about how the video game ends.
Yeah, I'd be pissed. Sorry. If I played that whole game and then at the end it's like, your actions were useless. Maybe next time. I'd be pissed.
But here's my counter argument is that the cool thing about the video game would be you start the game, you're a convict, you're trapped in this thing, and all you're thinking about is getting out. And you think that's the game objective. And the in-game objective becomes save humanity by preserving this one thing. If you do this whole thing as a video game, I think it's totally satisfying, because then I, as the player, went from a person who thought my objective was one thing to being, oh, I did a good selfless thing, the end. I don't need all the answers because the world and the experience does half the lifting for me. Whereas for the movie, I want to know.
Well, that's not the end of the video game.
That's not the end of the video game. That's the end of the movie, which is why I raised my hand just now in an audio format. Yeah, no, I raised my hand because I had a question, because the synopsis I read, that whole thing with the black box is not in the game. That was added for the movie, which I think was an attempt to solve the problem of the video game, of how frustrating that is.
Yeah.
But Chelsea, you were going to say something.
No, that's what I was going to say, is that it was just like I think the ending of the video game just leaves it completely open. So that one's all about the journey and not the ending.
Yeah.
But that's what those kind of games are. Yeah. Like, you're just in it for the vibes for a while. It's an hour-long game, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a long one.
Damn, the game is shorter than the movie.
Oh yeah. But I also think like the ending of the movie doesn't solve the problem. I mean, I do, and I'm not saying that I dislike it. I just think like,
what are we saying the problem is?
My problem is,
no, not your problem. The problem in the universe. The problem that's being solved.
Oh, well, the problem, I guess, because I can say what the movie problem is. The problem with the movie is that you have all of these really interesting world building elements, and there's no hint to what the end of this leads to. Like, it's unclear to me why,
if they know
they think that going to the blood moon for resources is a solution to anything anyway. Nobody ever, like, a good horror movie has the expert who shows up midway through and says, here's why all the fucked up stuff is happening. And then usually that expert is killed right after they tell you. But at least they show up to tell you, like, these are how vampires work. This is what a zombie is. This is why Suspiria is happening. You don't get any of that stuff, right? Like,
I needed Randy from Scream. I needed Randy to show up.
We needed someone to be like, hey, so because I wanted a deeper meaning for this. And that's what I've been grasping at. And reading through the wiki, I got a lot of hints of what the deeper meanings could be, but there isn't one that's defined, and that bothers me. Like, because there's something compelling about, hey, what if the whole thing between Eden and Filament Station and the fact that even the last humans can't just fucking get along is like, okay, the blood moons are representative of how human colonial violence is endless, and we just create oceans of our own blood all the time. Okay, there's a message. Cool, that's interesting.
That is a message, yeah.
But that's not in the movie. There's no clarity around, is this elder god the cause of the thing happening? Or is it just something that we sort of hear the monster whispering to him, but the monster is not a reliable source of information? Or is the entire ocean of blood all these people's voices who have died?
Is the monster, or is it, I was going to say, or is it also the people that are captured inside of the monster?
Yeah, and I want to know like two of those things. I want two of those things to be like flat out directly the thing that's happening, so I can go, okay.
Or at least a good idea.
Right. Yeah.
I don't even need a yes or no concrete. I just want to know, like, what are the people outside the tank thinking?
So the people down in the ocean, right? They went on, spoilers. You guys are listening to this, so you should.
Submarine 8, the Submarine 8 people.
Yeah, the other submarine. They talk about how they did figure out a way to get food and to transform food from something. And they were like, we can do food.
But were those voices real?
Well, and that's the question, right? Because maybe that was a recording from the black box, the first one, right? Because
I think the first one was fake.
Okay.
And then at the end,
the end was a black box.
The end was black box. Yeah. The end was black box.
Yeah. And that's the one where they were like, we figured out how to get the food. We figured out how to make it, but maybe we shouldn't have. And maybe we shouldn't be doing that.
And so then when he saves it, I was like, what are we, wait. But the lady who I'm pretty sure died on the recording said we shouldn't do this.
Because she
Why
also
are we
says
doing
it's all
it?
human blood, right?
Yeah, which I didn't know until I read the synopsis at the end, because one of my big critiques of the film is I think that the soundscape is beautiful for most of the movie. The mixing is dreadful and the layering just in these like chaotic portions, like some parts of it, when it started, I was like, oh, wow, there's like such attention to detail of the sound. Like there's so many sounds here and they make perfect sense and they sound really great. And like, it sounded great until these like super layered portions where like
2 people are talking at once.
Or 4 people are talking at once, and like some of the voices are distorted and he's losing his mind. Like I see how all of the individual decisions were made. Like, oh, this is coming out of this crazy old submarine. Of course it's going to sound distorted. Oh, he's losing his mind. Of course it's going to sound distorted. But when you play them all at once, I'm like, well, what happened?
And part of the issue, too, is because of the budget of the movie and because it's a bottle movie, we don't meet anyone outside of anything to be like, oh, that voice goes to that person. And so I pick the voices out separately. Like you hear a voice in a recording and you hear a voice through a PA and they're both white lady voices. And so you're like, I don't know. Like, I think because at the end, it was a little clearer when Ava was. But like Ava's voice gets taken over by the monster at a certain point where Ava's telling him
at the same time.
But there's also the different lady. Yeah. Like,
wait, did Ava's voice get taken over by the monster?
I think barely. There's like one paragraph where she's like, don't do it. It's stupid. Just whatever. Give up. Because the monster's trying to convince him one more way not to take the black box. But I also have questions about what the monster gives.
Wait, but that's the other lady. I don't think so. Ava is the
other lady.
I think it's the other lady. Their voices were very similar, but I think it was the other lady.
I thought it was both of them. I thought I heard both of them say something like that, but yeah, I could be wrong.
I think it became like a cacophony. What is it when multiple people are singing?
Yeah. And that comes to the cool thing of like, is the ocean like all of the souls that have died at all, and they're all merging together into this consciousness? And that's cool.
Haunted ocean.
There was like a picture of the monster. And if you like zoomed in, I was looking at it right before this. There are skulls all over it, just little skulls all over the monster.
So that's cool.
I don't know if it's just concept art, but
the monster art made me think of a movie that Chelsea and I covered on Never Show the Monster years ago.
Oh damn!
The Empty Man. Like that imagery of the monster and the monster in the like opening 45 minutes of Empty Man before the credits roll.
That is one that has a whole movie before the
There's a whole movie before the movie starts. Yeah.
So so let's go back. Let's go back a little bit because I have questions that I want to see if you guys have answers to, because I don't have answers to them. When he initially takes the first picture and he sees the skeleton is the actual monster being there because it is a radiation camera. So he is seeing through it and just seeing the bones. Mm-hmm. So then Ava is telling him not to worry about it because the goal here is to collect a sample of the monster to see if it's edible.
So no, I don't think so. No.
I don't think it was edible. No, not if it's edible.
So there are 2 months. This is garbled. The camera footage is so garbled, it is impossible to tell what's happening. Here is what I have gathered from reading after the fact.
Okay.
The first skeleton, actually a skeleton. That's the skeleton, and we're going to get we want to get a sample. Well, Ava wants to get a sample of the skeleton.
And it's a skeleton of what?
That's what they need a sample for.
Butthole. And
But like, if we're here to get resources to eat, like, why are we collecting skeleton piece? Humans don't eat skeletons. Is what I'm getting at. Right?
Well, we don't historically. Maybe we can eat these. I don't know.
Okay.
Nothing is answered, Nate. I can't answer that question.
No, okay.
However, in the he gets the picture of the skeleton and he's like, weird. And I'm like, all I see is gray and white. And then he takes another one and there's like the way the movie camera, not the in-ship camera, the way the movie camera displays the results of the in-movie camera is the ship camera. There's something else in the background and it like zooms in on that. And I think that that's the living monster.
Right.
So there's a living thing next to the skeleton. However, I do think that maybe you're right. Maybe the skeleton is actually a monster too because of the way the camera takes pictures. And I didn't realize that until the irradiation scene where he snaps the humans, because they like lingered on that picture for a long time and you can tell that they're people, but you can see their skeletons. And at that point is when I was like, okay, so there was a thing that he clocked as a skeleton that is a monster. Probably. And in addition to that, he saw something that looked living to him on the camera.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Question mark?
I mean, because the thing is the skeleton moves, right? They take him up. He radiates everybody. They say, go back down, get a sample. He goes back down. The skeleton is no longer where it was. She gives him something that, at least in the line reading, sounds like a lie because she's like, oh, the ocean shifts. Stuff moves around.
Definitely lying. Yeah.
She definitely lied, but stuff did get wonky before he went up. And I thought that it was the quote unquote living version, but maybe it was the skeleton. Like something does attack the ship before they bring him up.
Right. Yeah.
Before he irradiates everybody. So like, and yes, I agree that was a lie. She's like, the ocean moves around. No, monsters move the ocean around.
Yeah. So then the skeleton got moved, if it was a skeleton. Or the skeleton was never a skeleton at all and was moving. Because when we see the monster focused, it always looks skeletal as well. Like we're seeing a skull and all the barbed teeth.
Yeah, it's very Cthulhu looking.
Yeah, which, I mean, great. It's cool.
Great.
It's cool looking.
Yeah,
I really liked like the moment that it became clear what it was, that it was spooky monster thing. I was like, this fucking rules. There's a lot of cool stuff going on, like blood seeping through and dripping. That's fun. Like...
It's scary. Yeah. Even the condensation building up had me stressed. I was like, damn girl, I don't think you should be breathing that air.
No.
I know you don't have any other options, but I'm nervous for you. And so when that came up, I was like, I fucking told you. I told you.
So, okay. So then he goes back down. He rams the thing. And he's probably ramming the monster now, not knowing
he got
that it's a skeleton. And maybe he got some bone, right? But then,
well, I said butthole, but maybe he got bone also.
He got jaw because he said there's a gap in the jaw because he was able to take a picture of it after he backed up. And I had some jaw missing.
Been skeleton in addition to
unknown if there was skeleton or he rammed a monster and ripped its jaw out.
Yeah, which he could have,
and thereby killing the monster.
Unknown. I don't think that there's one monster. I think that there are multiple things that exist in this ocean.
Yes, I do agree with that. I just think that like if after my recent experience with tooth pain, if somebody rammed a submarine into my jaw, I'm not sitting still long enough for them to take a long exposure ultrasound of my face. Like I am reacting immediately.
Being like, what? That's fair.
So he does that, and then he's jostled somehow, and he's way off the map. Is that correct?
Sure. He does at some point get jostled and thrown way off the map.
Super off.
Yeah,
that's true.
That does happen, but we're unclear, and then that's why he has to draw the second wing of the map.
Yeah, it's got to be here because he is like, I think I got the sample, and then that's when he loses touch with Ava and co.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that must be where this is happening.
So maybe he was rammed into the thing and didn't get fully detached from it and got dragged some. I don't know. We don't find out. We're never going to find out.
No,
There's
we'll
answer.
never know. We can speculate to the end of days.
In the meantime, there is some sort of seaweed monster that's on the ship, kind of, that it keeps appearing in the corner of his eye, but only a couple of times, which is another beef I have, is like, if we're going to have a motif, continue the motif.
That's right. Here's okay, you finish your thought and then I'll bring up a whole new one.
So that seaweed monster is the guy who tells him to cross the wires, correct?
Yeah, I thought it was somebody who probably died prior to him, and that was part of him finding out.
Oh, so we've got haunted ocean and haunted submarine.
I mean, if you're in a bunch of blood, I feel like that's gotta spiritually bring stuff up, right?
I agree with you, Chelsea. I think the vibe here is that the ocean has whoever the previous convict was that was killed in the last submarine.
That makes sense.
And he's able to leave notes pertinent to this submarine to tell him to cross the wires, I guess.
In the last submarine, I think that submarine was used before, probably multiple times, right? They lied to him.
But then how did the guy die without the submarine being destroyed? This is where I get stuck.
Oh, I hear
because
what
like
you're
the
saying.
submarine gets fully chomped and imploded. Like, and Ava's submarine gets fully chomped, and number 8 gets fully chomped. Like, we don't have a circumstance.
Well, some people just die because they run out of oxygen.
Yeah.
So they could go back and retrieve it.
Yeah.
That's
but
fair.
then why is he a seaweed monster?
He loves seaweed. I don't know what that
sure.
means.
His favorite snack was
It could be that he's all
seaweed,
covered
and he
with
was
the
like-
veins and stuff that he's getting covered with at the end, right?
That's a
But
good
no, because
Oh.
if this submarine comes up and it's full of all that crud, we're not cleaning that out and reusing it and not having
They don't have
information
a lot of
about
resources,
what's
right?
at the bottom. Yes, but at that point we know what's at the bottom of the ocean. It's this weird seaweed thing that grows all up in my hardware.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think that there are video game level plot holes in this that are excusable in a video game when you don't care because you're having fun with the video game.
I wish I could phone a friend who's played the game. So, okay, on this topic, here's what I thought was happening. I thought that the seaweed monster was him. Let me provide evidence from the text.
100%, because we see it with missing an arm at a certain point.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, damn.
You saw that, not me.
Yeah. Because it's like one time it's standing at the console and he turns around and he sees it. It's missing its left arm. And then he, of course, loses his left arm at the end of the movie.
I'm adding that to my evidence. Dibs on that as evidence for my hypothesis. Here's my other evidence. One, he like puts that puzzle together so fast. Like it was almost like something innate within him, like knew, let me reference this piece of paper from the manual, put these things together. The voice honestly kind of sounded like him. And so the first time we see that monster, it's just a flash back in that like back room by the camera where he finds the water and alcohol and life jacket. I couldn't remember life jacket. I was vamping for the last like 10 seconds. And we see it like sort of turn around the corner and then disappear. And then later when he sees it without the arm at the console table where he was standing earlier, where he saw it in the back, he behaves in the same way. He like
he ducks around
catches
the corner.
a glimpse of it at the console and then dips into the corner.
Knife. Yeah.
So I was like, I think that this is all him and that he's like really been stuck down here, especially with him losing time. And he's like finding notes written that he doesn't remember writing. I was like, I'm pretty sure like we're in some sort of circular story.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
But there isn't enough there to know.
Can I ask a question to that?
Always.
So while I was watching the movie, there was a short 10-minute period in which I had to leave the theater in order to rebook a flight that then got canceled today. Anyway, it's fine. But the flashback scenes Can you guys explain what happens there? Because I feel like I missed what happened.
Not enough happens. Like, so the movie opens on the voiceover from whoever the father is explaining that the Quiet Rapture happened. The flashback we get is like him as a kid with some other kids in Eden, presumably. Yes. They're standing around the last tree, and the father says, one of them says like, hey, how can the Quiet Rapture be a thing? Because look at all those stars out there. We still see them. And the father says, oh, that's dead light. They're already gone. Which made me question whether the Quiet Rapture happened at all, or if it's like religious fundamentalism to be like, oh, no one's left but us.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that's Simon's question too.
Right.
Because he did say there's got to be something more out there.
But what gets complicated is that's his question. And then the other part of the flashback is that he and a couple of guys like attacked Filament Station, which was just a station run by the other faction that still existed. And whatever they did there, I mean, that I'm pulling for the wiki because the wiki expresses.
Because he's trying to be like, that's not what was supposed to happen. So I don't know what that was.
Presumably what was supposed to happen is they were supposed to do something mildly terroristic to it, but his two buddies decided to fucking blow it up. Oh, and so instead of just like harming some things of a rival faction, they killed all 80 people on the station or whatever.
Yeah, and there's only like 90 people left, so that was a big hit. Yeah.
Not a good move.
And they did call it the consolidation. So did some people survive, and they had to figure out? I'm assuming they only had enough resources for X amount of people, and like and also whenever so like anybody who has any scent of any type of crime wrongdoing ends up being a convict, no matter what it is.
Yeah, and
like to that point, I don't even think Ava really even knew what he did. She didn't care. She was just like, you're a body that goes down here.
No, she definitely knew, because the first thing she says to him is like, the glass on your spaceship, or I keep calling it a spaceship. The glass on your thing is from Filament. Funny how some things survive. Like she knew who he, or at least what he did. Yeah. And was mean about it. Which, fair enough. I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be stoked on that either.
Yeah. Yeah. It from what I understand, it's supposed to be that like Eden and the COI, the consolidation of something, I can't remember what the I stands for, are two separate things. Eden is like these naturalist, religious fundamentalist people who believe that like we keep this last tree alive, we will repopulate everything. And the COI people are like, look, we just have to survive at all costs, so stop being whatever you're being. But that's also a thing that would have been really interesting that didn't get explored, right? Like you have this cool dynamic between
that's not in the movie at all.
I'm pulling that entirely from the fandom stuff.
Yeah, that's the wiki. Like none of that was explored. What a disappointment.
Because the flashbacks don't give us anything else other than him hearing again, like his two other guys telling him that he's like, oh, the butcher's chickening out or whatever. And that's kind of the last of the flashbacks.
Why did they call him the butcher? Because
I guess this is where I'm stuck too. Were they in a long fight, or did he just have a stupid nickname?
Yeah, I don't know. Because they were calling him the butcher. I would almost understand butcher after the explosion.
Right.
But they were calling him butcher before.
Yeah, because they said you have a higher kill count than any of us. Right. Together.
So is he?
So you're losing. They're like you're losing your nerve, but you're the murderer among us. And it's like, well, but
is he?
But if there's literally like 200 people left on two space stations within proximity, you're gonna just go out and kill half of them because.
I don't understand.
Which again leads me back to the like, if the father's whole thing is like the Quiet Rapture never happened and this is all a thing, whatever, that would be cool, because then it's like, oh, this is what this kind of like religious radicalization can do to people, even when there's no people left.
So was it and I wanted to ask, because the glass thing he had, that had like a piece of a plant in it. So was that part of the tree? It had a leaf
from that last tree. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that was the last person that was in there was either him or
it was somebody who served with him. Yeah. Someone else from Eden is the implication.
Which it could go either way, right?
If it is him, I'm kind of into that. But then it becomes a thing for me of like, Oceans of Blood, like, are we just in hell? And this is what his hell experience is.
I saw some people comparing it to Hellraiser, and I was like, It's kind of Hellraiser.
It's got Event
Somebody
Horizon.
said it was
energy,
like
too.
Event Horizon. Yeah, I saw. I was like,
Sorry, that's what I
Hellraiser in
meant.
Space.
Good Lord. That's what I meant was
Hellraiser
Event
in
Horizon,
space.
which is Hellraiser in space. Yeah, this is like Hellraiser in Ocean of Blood.
Yeah, and like all those things are cool, but you know, Event Horizon has the audacity to be like, we're gonna have somebody say horrible shit in Latin and then tell you that we're in hell. So at least you're like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it. We're in hell. Perfect.
Yeah, which I guess is what that last recording from the Black Box is meant to be. Like it is very, I don't know. The vibes of this movie are really good. Like
Yeah.
there are a lot of, like, I love a bottle movie. Dude, that's a great idea. I am very compelled by that. I did get a little bit distracted by the poor design of having the camera so far away from the control panel, but whatever. I understand that that's from the game. That's fine. I'm wrong. So the vibes are great, but that's like, this is classic style over substance, I guess. I did see, I want to talk to somebody who has played the game because I wonder how much of the dialogue was ripped directly from the game. And that's why we have some sort of, like maybe that just doesn't translate to movie very well.
I mean, the dialogue did feel very video gamey. So.
It felt so video game. And like Ava coming in hot from the beginning and just like yelling at him before we even know her. I was like, this feels very video game too. I feel like I've only seen like that YouTube video of Snake from Metal Gear Solid battling a crab. Do you guys remember Crab Battle?
Oh yeah. I know of that.
You're in for a treat. You're in for a treat.
Okay,
Chelsea.
I'll look it up.
Crab battle. But it made me think of that with like just disembodied lady's voice shouting at you from wherever.
Yeah, because it's okay. I've got the beginning of the script here. So I'll just read it.
Of the video game or the movie?
Of the movie.
Okay.
So after the father gives his thing, do you want me to read the father's thing that opens, or do you want me to just go straight in?
No, read the father's thing.
Okay. The father. The stars are gone. The planets have disappeared. There are barely enough of us left to give the end a name. The Quiet Rapture. Supplies dwindled. Infrastructure crumbles. Too few to rebuild. Too many to feed. Humanity decays. But don't despair, my sons. I tell you now that there is more to these moons than meets the eye. The consolidation. They hide their technology, their people. They won't tell you what they found, but I will. One moon stands apart from the rest, and in the darkness of that moon, an ocean of blood.
This is the blood moon. All the witch girls are like, ooh, the blood moon.
Keep an eye on that for later, too.
Ooh.
Well, I see what you did there.
Oh?
So that setup makes me think, okay, you got a guy who's saying he's the leader of this last group of people who all believe that they have the last tree that will ever exist. And he's saying, one, there's stuff on that moon that they're not going to tell you about. And the consolidation are the bad people. They aren't going to share. So you have religious fundamental nonsense going on right away, right? But no clarity as to why you go into the blood. Okay. Then we cut immediately to the director. This is Ava, but we don't know her name yet. Beginning the descent. Mission clock started. Exploration of AT-5 underway. How's it looking down there, convict? Ready to do some good for a change?
Rude. Can we just calm down for 1 second?
But to Chelsea's point, like that is a full-on video game opening, right? That's like that's like when you're playing Skyrim for the first time and you wake up in a wagon and the guy's like, "Oh, you're awake." And what's your name? And then you create your character, right? Like you get this kind of cool video game introduction. Convict says, "Yeah, let's get this done."
And you know what? Even as somebody who does not play video games, I've seen a fair number of video game adaptations, right? Like you can't live in America and not. And
Super Mario Brothers.
Obviously the best.
And that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good adaptation.
That's the gold standard adaptation. And I feel like this really, really nails the aesthetic.
Yeah.
I mean, like I
yeah.
said, from the very beginning, I knew it was a video game adaptation, I did not have that information going into the movie. And like, there's something to be said for that. Like, I don't feel like that's necessarily easy, especially to maintain it throughout the whole movie.
Totally.
Like they nailed video game vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I do think that it works really well for this movie. There's just some more world building I would have liked.
Totally. Like there are several successes. The aesthetic is correct. Like it gets how do you put you in the space that you would be in the video game. Like you can feel how the video game is laid out so that you have a thing that you do the moving on and you have to turn around and do another thing. And the reason it's doing that is because one, if it was all in the same spot, it wouldn't feel like a very exciting game because you'd literally be sitting in one spot, turning from left to right, and that would be boring as fuck. And the other thing is like it creates opportunities for turning your back to things so that you can do spooky stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Like you need that. You need two different camera angles to play with.
Yeah. Plus it's like gives Simon opportunity to be clever. Like, oh, I'm trying to tape the camera down. Oh, despite the radiation that it's Did you guys catch that in the like one of the many scenes where he's flipping through the manuals?
Yeah, which is part of my question at the end, if his skin's like bubbling because he's irradiating himself from all the photos.
I think the bubbling was the radiation.
And then the blood is also alive and trying to pull him into itself.
Yeah, the seaweed is the blood.
Yeah.
Moon.
So he says, yeah, let's get this done. Then she says, roger that, cruising depth in roughly 2 minutes. Stand by. I'm seeing some voltage irregularities on the instrument, so keep an eye out for sparks or flames or anything like that. And he says, flames? Why would there be flames? And she says, I don't know. That's why I warned you. Which is a very video game dialogue.
Whenever it started, I thought she wasn't a person, and I thought it was like the ship AI or something, and not a human.
Oh,
so it took me a second, like whenever he to realize, oh, it's a human on the other side. It might have been all the way up whenever they cleaned off stuff. I was like,
yeah, until you see her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a great eye scar.
Yeah, why would you think it was a person until you see her? Yeah, that's a great supposition. Yeah, a great eye scar.
Yeah.
Sorry about the radiation, lady. How'd your fake eye take it?
Tell it to my tumors.
Yeah, well, give me their number, I guess.
So he finds the monster ultimately, right? He finds the monster, and he finds the other submarine. The monster or the ocean is speaking to him using the voice of the woman that was on the submarine.
Yes.
To be like, basically to keep him there so he dies.
We're saying the woman isn't the woman?
I don't think she was real.
Oh, I thought she was.
Ava's always real, but I don't think that the woman who was on...
British woman. Wait.
British woman. I don't think British woman was real.
I thought she was.
Until the recording. I think that the recording at the very end is real.
Yeah, I think recording of British woman where she says, I can't remember, I've recorded this so many times. Like when she has that thing where it's clear that they also went kind of nuts. She's going
through the same thing.
Yeah. But I thought that I am of the belief that she exists in the light, in the weird light monster.
Well, but that she could. That could be the thing, right? Like I'm torn between whether everybody exists in the ocean, everybody who's been recently killed there exists as a consciousness within the blood ocean that was talking to him, or if it was the monster talking to him. And then my question is like, is the light also the monster, or is the light something that the monster guards because people aren't supposed to access the light because it gets them to the elder god on the other side?
That's a great question, Chelsea, for the listener who can't see the act out she's doing. She's asking if the light is an anglerfish on the monster.
No, that's fun.
Like a little nubbin.
Like, come to the light.
Yeah. Dangling over my mouth. Gobble, gobble.
Because it was like basically an anglerfish in the...
It does. I mean, that's a great
You're
thing.
Right.
But then why would it be like no one else is supposed to see the light? We can't let you escape. No one can see the light.
Because I eat you?
Because then people will know that it's a monster.
And they won't come down here anymore.
They won't come down here anymore. They can't see
Right?
it.
I guess that's
they can't see it.
Because the black box is only going to prove that it's fucking stupid to go down there, right? I mean, I guess, okay. We know how humans work, so no. People will go, oh, now we know enough that we have to go back and do something stupider. Of course.
Yeah.
But like when the light permeates the ship, right? Like the light enters the ship and it almost seems like it's an iridescent blade that's cutting through everything.
Yes.
And then when that happens, he goes into either a trance and then wakes up in the blood pool and sees the eldritch eyeball.
Yeah.
Or he just passes out and everything's a fantasy from that point.
Yeah.
But like, what does the light do? What is the light? Is the light a door? Is the light a knowledge you're not supposed to have? Like, is the light supposed to be like, you're not supposed to know about this?
Yeah.
Are you asking in terms of literally what happens in the film or what the metaphor is? I don't have an answer either way. I'm just curious.
That's where these are the questions that I have from the film that if they were semi-answered, it would be helpful.
Are we supposed to know, though? Are they not showing us the monster in terms of the light? They definitely show the monster in terms of the fish.
That's a fair point.
But they do a good job of keeping it on that, like, man, I can't see shit camera for most of the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do have a question. And again, gosh, I wish that we could call somebody who has played the game. At the end, where it seems like the light is cutting through the iron lung, suddenly all of the cinematography changes. Like things slow down. We're doing like not quite bullet time, but like an homage to bullet time. That has to be like a cutscene in the game, right? Like we're doing that for a purpose.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Could be, but I'm not sure how. If it is a cutscene in the game, it can't be that elaborate because it is an indie game. The screenshots I've seen of the game have been very.
Oh, okay. I didn't even look. It was just so like, wow, this is a shift all of a sudden. And I don't know why we're doing it for the text. So is this a callback to the game? Here's what I will say. You know what? I really, really, really thought about posting up outside my theater to ask the other people who were there because it was evident to me that everybody there, they had played the game.
Same with mine.
Like everybody, they were like laughing at stuff that I didn't get the joke. I was like, these are clearly people who are fans. Like when he opens the thing with the life jacket, they all laughed. And I was like, oh, I wonder why that's funny.
Maybe that was like a jump scare moment in the game that you open it and the life jacket pops out. I don't know.
I don't know. I thought about like standing up and being like, pardon me, could I borrow your time for a moment? I have another question. Did y'all stay for a post-credit scene?
I didn't, but I saw a TikTok of what happened at the end of it.
Oh, what is it? I didn't see the post-credit
What is it?
scene.
I didn't stay, but I could tell everybody was waiting for one, and I was like, well, I've spent enough time on
I
this.
left, but it was at the end. It was something that I think Mark says at the end of his videos, and he's like, I'll see you next video or something.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was. Oh, that's cute. That means that everybody else in my theater was a Markiplier fan. Because they all stayed. And I stayed for a little while because I was like, it feels weird to be the only one in this theater exiting. And then eventually I was like, I don't care. I guess I don't care.
Yeah, I stayed to see like the Polaroids of him and the dogs that I guess were at the end of the credits, but then I was like, okay, I don't think anything else is going to happen. And I was hoping for an answer to appear because I just wanted more answers. And not because I need everything spelled out for me so much as just like, man, there's so many cool things happening in this movie and I wanted some delivery on one of the cool things.
Yeah, there was a lot cool. I hope, I do hope that he does more.
Yeah.
Like, I think that he's got a very strong aesthetic, or at least an ability to deliver to the screen the aesthetic that he wants to achieve. Like, I don't know that this was his aesthetic so much as the game's aesthetic, but he delivered.
I thought the movie looked good.
It looked good.
The blood stuff was all really cool. Like the very ending, like madness of it was awesome.
I think it was a record.
It was a record. It was 80,000 gallons of fake blood.
And it was food grade.
It was glycerin.
Oh, and he also said by the end of it, it started to spoil. And when he was like being dumped
so
in
it was vegetable glycerin.
And he ended up getting a bunch in his eye to where his eyes were like all red and they had to go to the hospital.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Suffer for art.
He committed.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
He is. The blood looked good. It looked very goopy. The practical effects were good. Like his arms.
Yeah. And I've been watching the guy who did or who worked on some of the effects. I've been watching his TikToks because he could not stop talking about how much he loved working on this movie. Have you seen the rig that it was built on? It's just an entire room that was built on a rig that just like shakes it and moves it completely. And he was like, and we put a ton of blood in it and we shook it around. And he was like, it was so fun. And he talked about how much he loved working on the movie to the point where he, like, usually production gives out gifts to people and they're like jackets, or like he said he once got like a customized Monopoly thing. Yeah. He said this was the first time he felt that he needed to make something for everyone. So he made everyone like refrigerant magnets that were like different types of like he made them out of clay and they were like part of the ship that was like a heart with blood on it and stuff. And
of course, he's like, I've got these 80,000 gallons.
Yeah. And he had another one that he said was a spoiler. So he was like, I can't show anybody this. And I was like,
ooh, what do you think it was?
I don't know.
The guy's arm.
Monster, maybe?
It was the guy's
maybe
arm.
The eye.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh, you know,
it was just cute.
A weird single. That is cute. I'm glad that you watched those. That warms my heart. I love any story about a set where people love each other and love the process.
It seemed like it was a very positive experience for this guy. At least he was like, it was amazing to work.
Yeah,
and I'm sure he got
must have been a small crew. Like there can't have been that many people involved.
Well, he fully funded it himself. So
I saw that,
and it was, but like it's super cool because it was $3 million and he's made $30 million on opening weekend. It was only supposed to open to 50 screens.
So 30 million in the US, all told, it was 50 million.
Oh, yay.
I know. Yeah. And it was only supposed to be the handful of screens. And then it was like crowd, not funded, but crowd supported enough at, like Cinemark adopted more screens and so did AMC and Regal.
And
like
Malco
when I read that.
So
yeah,
shocking.
Malco got it. Malco doesn't get shit.
Correct. Yeah. And I got to sit in the comfy theater. I had to, oh no, I'm a liar. I sat in the shitty theater. I sat in the comfy theater today for Send Help. So my bad.
Oh, is that a spoiler for your MouthGarf? I can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the record for most fake blood used previously was the 2013 Evil Dead.
Oh, yeah, and it rained
they said
blood.
It was 70,000 gallons, and so this beat him out with 80,000 gallons of fake blood. That's crazy. How do you even
store that?
How much does that cost? Glycerin is cheap, I guess.
But that
but
much?
80,000 gallons.
Yeah.
That's where 1.5 million of the 3 million went. It's just the blood.
Yeah.
Because you need a blood wrangler
It
too.
was a 35-day shoot.
Somebody just says to keep stirring that to keep it from getting all goopy.
Congealed. He said it started to congeal at the end. He was like, it was getting
just like
gross.
in the movie.
Yeah. Gross.
So I don't know. I've been hypercritical of it, but
I had a really fun ride when I watched it. So like, I don't know. I went in knowing it was a video game, and I've seen a lot of people not like the movie. So it's not like I went into this assuming you guys would love it. I was like, I feel like even in my theater, I knew I had people who play the video game. They didn't like it. At least one set of them didn't.
Bummer.
One set of them might have. And then I got home and I watched Moist Critical talk about it. He said it was he hated the game, but he liked the movie, and it was very true to the game. He's like, I loved the idea of the game, but I hated playing the game. So he was like, so this gave me that. And I was like,
that
oh,
was
I see
more
that.
of a gameplay critique, like mechanics versus
Possibly,
story.
like having to like go through like pressing
Read
and
these
going.
fucking dials that I can't understand.
Whenever he, because Yeah, Markiplier did the Let's Play for it, and he loved it so much. He said that like he started acting as a character, as if he was a character while he was playing it. So
that's
and
fun.
that gave him
like
the idea
immersive.
of it. And then he messaged the guy who made it. He sent him a DM on Twitter and
Slid into his DMs.
Yeah, he did, and he said he wanted to just start it off with, "Do you want to make a movie?" But he's like, but then somebody told me that was weird, so I had to give it like 4 messages. And the game creator was like, I could tell pretty quickly by the first message he was gonna prompt something. So I was waiting for the pitch.
What do you mean? Just do the pitch. Like, what are those initial messages like? Just like, hey,
cool game, bro.
How's your day?
Are you up?
Hey, yeah, are you
exactly.
up? ASL.
I was trying to find the quote because I feel like at some point someone said something like the eyeball looked through like a tiny hole in the universe and saw
Butthole.
Yeah. So the eyeball looked through the tiny butthole of the universe, saw humanity in there and got rid of it because it didn't like what it saw.
So smart.
Yeah, I can't hold that against them.
Which I think would be awesome if that's part of the like, hey, humans just always fight against each other, no matter how far apart we get. And then that's a cool thing. Yeah.
But they came together at the end because it was bigger than him. But that's what I think the end of the movie is. And that's what I think the meaning is. Like, this is bigger than me. Like, this entire thing we're going through, it's bigger than me. And like,
I agree. That
so
is
upset about. You're like, I agree.
Well, because I don't think that it worked. I agree that was the intention.
Gotcha.
I agree that is like the charitable view of it.
But it doesn't build up to that. It kind of throws it in at the end that this is what it's
throws
about.
it in at the end.
I hear what you're saying.
And there's tension in it because the recording on the black box is like, shit's fucked. We shouldn't be doing this. So like, why is it?
Right. What's the bigger than me thing? Is it that we should just take the last remnants of humanity and try to like fuck ourselves peacefully into a repopulation and not worry about it? Or is it like
food?
Yeah, or do you just keep trying to synthesize human blood food?
Don't do that.
Are they trying to make food out of the water? I thought that there was something under there that they were like, we can use it to make food. Maybe it's the seaweed.
Well, the research lab lady says, she says this, you were right. This ocean is different from the rest, but we shouldn't be here. Yes, we can synthesize food from it, but I don't think we should. It shouldn't be possible, but it's human. The blood is us. We don't know what that means.
So no blood sausage.
So we're turning into cannibals.
No.
There's something to that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Vampires.
There's also like a weird, in one of the like cacophonous, all of these different voices at the same time. Who do I listen to? What is anybody saying? Scenes. Somebody says like, it's our bodies. Our bodies become soil. There will be more soil. Mm-hmm. So it's a little bit like, just wait and then we can grow stuff again. Like we've got the one tree. So we just need more dirt that we can make more, I guess. I don't know. So like that seems to echo maybe the weird religious fundamental, like how, like that, for me to pick that out of the crazy scene of voices, that has a meaning to it. So is that like the opposing view? Like is that earth versus water, blood? Blood is thicker than water. I don't know. I'm literally grasping at straws. You're watching me like play, like do word association.
Yeah. It's just because there's so many like high value clues.
Yes.
That appear to be clues. And maybe this is the thing. Maybe none of these are clues. And that's part of the thing. It's like none of this matters because whatever God did this, did it, and there's nothing you can do about it. So it doesn't matter what clues exist, but it does feel like, okay, we have humanity. You have a faction that believes that we can regrow land after this quiet rapture by having a tree and by having people turn into soil. You have blood
Or is
everywhere.
the tree their god?
Good question.
I mean, it's kind of it's their signal of hope, right? And then the other group doesn't have any hope because they don't have a tree. So then those two groups, they're fighting against each other.
They have technology.
Simon is supposed to be so it's nature versus technology.
Yeah.
Nature is like, we have to kill technology to survive. They send Simon the Butcher over there. He's like, whoa, maybe we shouldn't kill everybody because it's not a great idea.
But that
They mention
falls apart.
they mention the mother in like half measures and things. So there's sort of an implication of like, you just have to eradicate technology if you want things to go back to normal. You got to do something all the way. But like even the god doesn't do it all the way. It just does it enough that there's a bunch of people on space stations that are still alive.
I guess those are well, stars are moving.
I don't know. It's just, there's just so many cool things.
So is the technology, if it is the nature against technology, you go into you shouldn't be down there messing with these fish monsters.
Yeah.
The nature wouldn't allow you to go down there. Technology is allowing you to go down there in this iron lung or in this ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you are messing with nature that you shouldn't. And is that
Therefore,
you get eaten by fish? Big fish.
big fish.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, that is what happens. Like if you isolate just the idea that we're studying a thing that we don't understand. Like if you took all of the Quiet Rapture stuff off the table and it was just like, we have people in space who are exploring a moon with blood ocean on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then it could be, hey, don't fuck with nature, guys. Don't fuck with stuff you don't understand. But then you add the layer of a Quiet Rapture happened. And there's also a dwindling human population. And there's some sort of light and an elder god that maybe blinked all of the humans out of existence that were on other planets. And that's where all these hats on hats get unwieldy for me. But it also did, like, it succeeded in, I spent like an hour to maybe 2 hours reading the wiki because I was like, I have to understand this. Like, this is fascinating to me.
I have been thinking about it nonstop. Yeah. So great job on that.
It's fucking in my head, man. And I have also been very critical. I still think like the dialogue writing could have been better. And there's some aspects of the writing that could have been better, generally speaking. But for a first movie that's self-funded and self-written and self-edited and self-produced, it's pretty fucking great. Like, it's not an incredible film, but it is a very good movie for all of those things. And I had fun. Like, I didn't feel like it was that long.
Far.
Like, I felt a little bit by maybe like the hour and a half mark, I was starting to feel myself a little claustrophobic about like, okay, what's this movie doing? Because I feel like I'm here.
Good.
But that's part of the thing, right? You can
immersive.
argue that that's an effective experience in a thing about being trapped in a submarine.
Yeah. Whereas I was very much like, would I leave this movie if I didn't have to record a podcast on it? Is what was going through my mind.
Yeah, I never questioned leaving it. I just started kind of, I don't know. I started grimacing at some of the things that were some of the things that felt less polished.
Yeah. Polish is a good way to look at it.
And some of that is like, you could have edited better pacing into this movie by, you could have cut an eighth of the movie and it would have moved a little faster. You could have had him not say what the fuck as much or whatever, and just kind of.
See, but I think that that's game dialogue because the other people in my theater were laughing.
Or it just might be like a Markiplier thing as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
it could be that they just love
yeah.
him. I mean, that's the other end of this, right? Like we're all effectively outside of the stardom of this particular person.
Yeah.
Whereas like, if he was, I don't know. I mean, if the parallel is somehow like peak Jim Carrey, where it's just like, oh man, I love seeing him do his thing, and you're like, yes, I am watching The Mask and I am watching Liar Liar and I am loving it. These are great movies. They're not great movies. They're fine. But
I love Liar Liar. I'm going to fight you on that one too.
Look, I'm not saying they're not fun. I'm just saying that like they're not amazing films, but they are fun ass movies. But yeah, even like this Moviepedia thing, part of the thing that I deduce from it is at times the ocean is talking to him.
Okay.
Okay.
That's that made up lady or or real lady.
Yeah. So at the end, like when Ava's coming down in the sub to save him, he's like, I think I'm sick or something. She's like, that can wait. And he says, I don't know what's happening to me. She tells him to shut up. And then she starts telling him that you have to keep the black box safe, which is a weird thing for me because she already knows that it's too late for her.
Yeah.
Which is where I get confused about, is that really her or is she already dead? And now there's this sort of cosmic imprint thing happening because she's telling him like, you have to do this before it's too late, but she hasn't been crushed yet. And then the ocean is like, what did you do? Did you drag her down to hell with you?
Oh, I missed that entirely. I'll be quite honest. I didn't realize that Ava died in the movie until I was reading stuff afterward. And I was like, spoilers.
Yeah, because she says something like, I don't know.
I know that she was like, I can't save you. I'm sorry. You deserve your freedom. But I thought that was like party lion stuff.
Yeah, because she has a please the black box that's in the crawl space. Oh my God, oh my, and then it cuts off. And that's where we're supposed to believe.
Was she going down after? Oh, was that happening? Okay.
Yeah, because she took a second sub down to come get him.
Okay, I thought she was going to get taken out because she went over it. She went off the books
because
she was doing stuff
she was given orders.
So I thought she was taken out.
That's what I thought too. So I didn't even realize that she died until I was reading stuff afterward. I thought that it was like political.
But she was chomped.
Yeah, I assume that she took a second sub down with the intention, I guess, of like using that to lift his sub out. I don't even know.
Yeah,
because I was like
she took a tugboat down.
Yeah, she was gonna bring him back up, and then the monster ate her.
Oh, bummer.
And then the monster's like,
nom 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 nom.
Well, see, this is where it gets weird. At least the way this is cut together on this, and this might not be the accurate script, but I'm doing a lot of extrapolating from it. Ava says, "Oh my God, oh my God." Then the ocean says, "It's too dangerous. It's too. Why do I need to do this? Why only you? Why you, Simon?" Yeah. So the ocean's saying that. But I think that's where I had the Ava's voice was blending into the British Lady Ocean voice.
Yeah.
So she's saying it's too dangerous. Then, why you? Our blood is on your hands. How many more bodies will you climb over to save yourself?
Butcher.
Always thinking of the life you'll never get back. Thinking of a mother who wouldn't even recognize the killer she spawned. Or maybe she'd be proud. Is death the only thing she taught you? Half measured, half committed, never enough. There's nothing else for us now.
That's very Event Horizon. This is very Event Horizon.
It's also very confusing because, again, like this is a lot of this is like, if this was a $10 million movie and we could have seen like a 20-minute sequence of him on Eden Station with people
with more context.
So much of this would make more sense.
Yeah, it really is just one set.
But because it can't go anywhere else. Because even when we do see Ava and David and everybody outside the ship, it's pretty clear to me that they like filmed each other. They filmed themselves on a standing camera in another room.
Yeah. And
then they just made sure that was laid in digitally into the porthole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it has these limits to it that makes it kind of harder to follow. But yeah, there's such deep philosophical cool shit happening. And I also just don't feel like it knows for sure. Or if it does, I just wish it would have told me.
I think that the fact that we're so frustrated by it, like, bodes well for his career, because it means that there's something there to interact with. Like, we've seen plenty of movies that were bad and have plot holes, and we're like, well, okay, it was bad and I just won't watch it again. Whereas with this, like, we've both been thinking about it.
We'll remember it.
it.
I'm going to see it again. Like, I'm going to watch it again. Because I
let us know if you parse anything more from it.
I don't think there's I've literally read the whole script now.
Are you going to play the game and then go see the movie again?
Probably not. The game doesn't sound that fun to me. And plus,
really,
I might watch the Let's Play,
maybe.
though.
Yeah, I could do that.
And maybe the Let's Play will drag you in and you'll be like, okay, now I have to watch it again. Now that I understand.
If I watched this movie last night, so I didn't have time to watch the Let's Play, but I thought about it. because I have so many questions. I don't know. I think it's a really cool concept.
Yeah.
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 And I will watch. I'm getting into Deb's territory, but like I will watch whatever. If he makes another movie, I would watch it.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I would too. Another thing the ocean says at the very end, the light must be forgotten. This madness ends with you.
Or does it? Because the black box is now.
Well, that's the thing, right? The
Well,
black box.
are they like, leave me the fuck alone? Put the black box up there. Leave me alone.
Maybe.
I want to be left alone.
Here, take your black box and get out of here.
It'll let you know that I don't want to be fucked with anymore. I'm so tired.
Why do you think I was at the bottom of the ocean?
Right.
Of human
ocean.
blood.
Like,
Do you think I chose
what is
this?
more of a sign of turn around than an ocean made of human blood? Turn around.
That's true. Because they talk about whenever you put up like poison signs, like you want them to be understood in future societies. Like whenever stuff like that happens over time, like was that they were like, we tried so hard to tell you not to fucking go in here.
Blood.
Yeah. I just really wish I understood what the light was supposed to represent or how it all fit together just a little bit more. But anyway, look, I've already said that multiple times and
We can give it its own definition, its own meaning. That's for us.
I don't have enough of the world to do it.
You don't need it. This is what you got. You're gonna let your brain float with it. Sometimes I like movies that just let my brain float with stuff. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what that is. Maybe it's this, maybe it's this. But I kind of just like hanging out in it and talking about it.
I do like that when there's a solid footing. Mm-hmm. But when it's built on sand, I get frustrated.
Mm-hmm. Well, the ground shifts in this world.
Okay, Ava.
The ocean also says it saw you, Simon, and it will never let you go. It wants you to do this. Can you not see that? So the eyeball saw him, and it wants him to sacrifice himself to get the black box out there. Maybe.
So the eyeball and the ocean are two different characters.
Possibly.
Who are at odds?
Maybe. Okay, but yeah, I'm just going to keep going around the same hamster wheel.
Is the ocean against the eyeball? And it's like, hey, we know there's a fucking monster in here. Let's just both decide that this is a bad idea.
Yeah, like the ocean is a manifestation of human violence and the eyeball is like a pure thing. And so the manifestation of violence is like, don't keep seeking the pure thing.
Okay.
Because violence, that's what we do. We do violence. Stop. I don't know. I
like where you're going with it.
Yeah, I think you're on your way to solving it.
I don't know if that's what they meant.
No, I mean,
but I think that you're creating something that might be better than what they meant.
I like these thoughts because, I mean, part of it for me is I'm like, man, I wish I could have like sat in on one pass of this script to be like, cool, what's this about? And just ask these questions so that at least I would know and then go, oh, hey, let's add like 2 more breadcrumbs because I didn't think it was obvious on the third read, you know?
I was like, they just needed one person in the room who hadn't played the game.
Yeah.
They needed one person who hadn't played the game to be like, sorry, what's this about?
A lot of his friends are video game people. They're all video game people.
Right.
Yep.
Well, and you know, and it was clear to me from reading all these wikis that like a lot of people have had a lot of conversations about this stuff already. So a lot of this stuff had backstory that if I had read all of that going in, I would have been like, oh yeah, totally. Right. It's like it felt almost like if you had not watched any of the TV show Firefly and just watched the Firefly movie, Serenity. Yeah. And you're like, oh yeah, Serenity's a good movie, but I also don't, what's everything?
What's happening?
Yeah. But they also do signpost some of that because they still tell you what reavers are in Serenity, even though they explain it in Fire. Anyway.
Well, because you can do it in one sentence, you know?
Yeah. All right. We did it. That part.
I guess so.
I feel like we could keep talking about it because it feels like there are so many open questions.
I know.
But we're just
going to go in circles until we watch it again.
It's true. And I will. I mean, I do. It was.
You don't have to. Like it's.
No, I mean, I think
no, I kind of want to with subtitles. I think that with subtitles.
I really wanted subtitles with this movie.
Yeah,
that was like really difficult. I was like, I would have loved subtitles so hard.
Subtitles would be super helpful.
Yeah, whenever it comes to streaming, that's going to be That's gonna be tight.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn those bitches on.
I am very happy to hear that the sound mix was just off too, because I was thinking like, oh, maybe the speakers in this theater are just bad because it feels like everything's coming out of one at once. And I sort of wanted
that is what was happening.
I wanted multi-channels. You've got so many voices. Like put some over on the right ear and put it in the left ear.
That would have been cool.
Make me feel like shit's happening all around me too.
I will defend that because the Dolby Atmos software is very expensive.
Fair. Yeah. Look, I'm not blaming anybody. That would be extra cool too.
That would be sweet.
All right. Now it's time for the MouthGarf Report.
Wait. Maybe with all the money he made from this movie, he could go back and do reshoots and add in those scenes that we were asking for.
Dude, they do want to do a physical media release. Maybe we can get some. I would love some
scenes.
bloops.
Yeah,
I would love a blooper.
Oh, bloops would be great for this one. He gets thrown around in that thing. That's got to be rough.
Yeah. I would fully support even just make 5 YouTube videos that give a little bit of lore background on some of this stuff that pads it in so that there's an official canonical lore thing.
Put that on the DVD too. Oh, I love an extra. I love an extra.
We might end up buying the DVD so we can see the extra stuff.
Oh,
yeah,
good
dude.
job. Yeah. Good job, dude.
Yeah. That's right. Which really, following in the footsteps of Ridley Scott and Blade Runner, make a movie that's just vague enough that people are like, I'll buy 5 different cuts of this.
I need more.
I do want to say something though that in my research for Markiplier, and whenever he went on interviews though, I think we would like him as a person because he also was like, I make too much money. It doesn't make sense that I make this money. I make too much money and people shouldn't be making this much money doing this. He was like, but I don't want to stop creating. So I don't know what to do with having too much money. So it sounds like he does a lot of supporting his friends' projects, makes his own movie.
If he wants to sponsor the show, debutbuddies@gmail.com.
Sorry about all the criticism.
Look, but I think we were very fair. I think we were very fair. I didn't dislike it, and I'm gonna.
I'd like to think it was constructive.
I think you guys did. I would not say any of this was too negative. I think it was constructive.
And so much of this is I fucking care about this movie. Like I said, I've been thinking about it nonstop since I saw it. I saw it on Saturday night. I've been doing nothing but thinking about what the fuck is going on with this.
Yeah.
And I love that. It reminds me of FromSoft games like Bloodborne and Dark Souls and stuff like that, where they give you so little lore in the form of item descriptions that you have to you find a thing. And then if you go into the menu and read the 3 lines of lore that are attached to it, and you piece that together with a bunch of other pieces, you might kind of understand the deeper thing of what's going on.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. And it's really cool in a game because you don't care because you're also playing the game. In a movie, I'm like, I want a movie.
The whole goal of the game is to get to the bottom of it. Whereas with a movie, it's less interactive.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a different kind of, it's non-immersive in that way, right? It's why it's also hard to make adaptations of video games that work in TV show form, like the second season of Last of Us, where so much of that hinges on the fact that you play as characters that you don't like.
Yeah.
And to just depict them is different from forcing the player to embody them after they think they know who the hero is.
But then people still, sorry.
Well, yeah, no, people still don't get that.
There are feelings I have.
That's why I like to bring it up.
The strongest feelings.
We don't have to go down the road, but that's why I use it as an example, because it really shows the colors of people's inability to step outside themselves and outside of patriarchal viewpoints. Because the game and the whole concept is very cool.
Anyway,
MouthGarf Report.
Yeah.
MouthGarf Report. Open wide for some lasagna.
I hate Mondays.
Okay, I found the thing about the ignorant god from the movie. So can I read that before we jump into the MouthGarf?
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
yes.
So this is a quote. Apparently, okay, this is from the Iron Lug wiki page, from the I page. So the page for the I that exists in the Red Void. The quote at the top is, "Do you believe in God? An ignorant god sees a sliver of our universe through a pinhole and thinks it understands all that is and all that will be. And it will, because a god makes sense of what it sees despite what it should be. The light, it illuminates, it blinds, it thinks, and therefore we are.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's saying that the eye is the antagonist of the film. It lives in the red void that can only be entered through the light in the blood ocean.
Okay.
And Simon encounters the eye after being pushed into the light by the monster.
Okay.
And it's hinted that the eye is the cause of the Quiet Rapture.
Yeah.
And its realm is an endless sea of blood and clouded black skies filled with red thunder.
So I think that you were onto something with your thoughts on this eye/god, like gazing upon humans treating themselves the way that we do and being like, cut that out.
Yeah.
But that, I would argue, is not clear in the text of the film.
It would be way cool if it was clear that he had like led a sort of factional war
Yeah.
among the last of the humans. And then this god sees the butcher in him and is like, oh, I'm all about blood. You're about blood. Great.
It's sick, dude.
Let's have a little tete-a-tete.
The eye is doing a hang loose sign in the red void.
I mean, I would love that. Put that in the director's
Like
cut.
some have called me a butcher as well.
Okay, now it's time for the MouthGarf Report.
Yeah.
Let's see. Other things. I watched a couple other movies. One of them, okay, this I have to recommend to both of you if you have not already seen it. It is a movie titled either Zombie 2, ZOMBI, no E,
Okay.
2,
Okay.
or titled Zombie Flesh Eaters. It is
Okay,
from
sounds great.
1979, made by Lucio Fulci, who's an Italian
Is it a
director.
giallo?
It is. So this is a amazingly awesome, like way overdubbed, like it's of that kind of spaghetti horror, giallo horror thing where everything's dubbed over. None of the dialogue lines up, but it's
Perfect.
really fantastic. It's like a Caribbean daytime zombie movie
Oh.
that also has zombies invading New York City. And it's great. Like the effects, all the practical effects are gory
Love
as
that.
fuck. It is like
Beautiful.
dynamically and beautifully shot. Like it is so cinematic and interesting. Like it feels like Sam Raimi must have watched some of this and been like, that's what I want to do. Close-ups on heads.
Where can one watch this on?
It was provided by Friends Plex.
Okay.
But
God, if we had a Just Watch subscription, that would have been perfect integrated marketing
yes. Oh my God.
or sponsorship, rather.
Sponsor.
FunCon. But yeah, I recommend checking that out. I'm also watching more Fulci horror, including a like haunted house movie called The Beyond that I'm not very far into, so I won't speak to what it is yet. But the vibes are immaculate, and it's like
Nice.
It is that perfect late 70s, early 80s kind of horror where just like I don't know. Everybody's making confounding decisions, but everybody's hunky and silly, and like there's weird nudity and people get their throats ripped out, and like, it's so great.
Okay.
So I highly recommend that. I think you would both love it, love it, love it. I also watched another fantastic horror movie. I watched
Yes.
The Devil's Advocate, which is a movie that I like very
love that.
much.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch The Devil's Advocate. I don't know. It's definitely a bad. It's not a bad movie. It's not a great movie. It's a very silly movie, but it's so good. Like
Yeah.
I love Pacino doing Devil Pacino.
I love Keanu just being Keanu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so good.
So
it's
handsome.
Yes.
So handsome.
Handsome man.
And it's great because it is like it's a nice, classic Faustian parable about, how much bad. Plus it's like, hey, lawyers are evil.
Yeah.
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 Lawyers are evil. The devil's horny. The end. That's it. That's the movie.
Gosh, the devil truly is horny
So horny.
Yeah. In so many ways.
in so many ways.
And then, let's see. I found a weird T-shirt store that sells. They're kind
I
of
love weird T-shirt
knockoff
stores.
prints, but they have a Garfield with a Miller Lite, and it says it's Miller time. So I'm contemplating making a purchase.
I don't know why you're contemplating making a purchase and haven't yet made the purchase.
You
This is
could
true.
be
That's fair.
wearing
That's
it
fair.
right now.
You're right
I
to
will
question.
donate. I will donate.
Yeah. Why do we have this Patreon if not for?
This is true. If not to buy an
Or this
occasional
t-shirt.
Garfield It's Miller Time T-shirt. But yeah, that's all I got. I mean, I'm still not wearing the mouth guard. Everything's going great.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. Happy to hear it.
My teeth are still doing okay, though. I did find myself clenching really hard earlier today, and the way I discovered I was clenching was that my jaw popped out of place for a minute.
Oh,
So I
damn.
gotta slow my fucking roll, dude. I might start taking my anti-anxiety medication again because she be chomping.
You could also, as I'm thinking about doing, just see about getting Botox injections in your jaw muscles.
Yeah.
Can I? So my dentist has recommended that. And who did I ask about that? Oh, the place that I go to for laser hair removal
Excellent.
does Botox, and I asked them about it, and they do not do medical Botox. So I was like, great, I'd have to find a whole new place, and I don't wish to do that. So
Can't you just be like, yeah, no, do it in my forehead. It's just cosmetic. And then turn your head real fast.
I could, but then I'd be
They're coming in.
imbalanced because they'd know my trick for the second
Oh,
job.
shit, you're
You're
right.
like, now you have to even it out, though. That would be
I'll
medically
sue.
unfair.
They'll be like,
I mean,
wow.
you just be like, no, I'm serious. I promise I'll sit still this time. I think you can fool him
promise,
twice.
crossing my fingers.
I think you can fool him twice. And shame on them.
Yeah,
Can I tell
exactly.
you my like super vain reason though for why I don't want to do it, or why I'm hesitant to do it?
Go for it.
So jowls run in my family. Like both my mom and my dad have like jowls, and I'm starting to develop them as I approach my 40s. And Botox, like TMJ Botox, can exacerbate that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that is interesting. My vanity will take over as well, and maybe I won't do it. I'd rather lose all my teeth.
I could at least go in and like ask and get a consultation. And
Yeah.
it's not like Botox lasts forever. It's not like I do it once and then I'm stuck with that forever. Like it does go away. So I probably should do it even despite my vanity, because I can't stop clenching and I'm like doing damage. So I don't know. Maybe I should.
Does something would weed help you not clench, or does weed make you clenchier? You know?
You know, I don't know. I do a fair amount of weed.
Okay, great.
So.
I mean, I do too. I'm curious because sometimes weed will exacerbate my anxiety or my clenching behavior, and other times it won't.
It exacerbates my anxiety the following days. Like when I have used it, I'm okay. And then the following days, I worry that my bones are going to come through my skin. Hi, that's a fun anxiety tick that I have and have
Put
had
that
for
shit
years.
in the movie.
You put that shit in the movie. Your bones are going to come through your skin.
Yeah.
In the blood ocean. I guess your arm coming off is...
I gotta say, the number of Letterboxd reviews that are just referenced, there are women posting about referencing like, this happens to me once a month.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that makes
okay,
sense.
there
Yeah,
for it.
that is.
yeah.
That makes sense. I did have a weird synchronicity today. I've been reading this series of books called The Dresden Files. Have I
okay.
talked to you guys about these?
No, but there's
yet?
a TV show, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, am I making that up?
No, there is, Chelsea. You're right.
Okay.
I've heard it.
Like, did I just...
Because it's a UFO related thing around.
No, not the books. Not the books.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the show is, but not the books. The books are fantasy, though. They're about a wizard private detective.
Whoa.
Oh, fun.
They're super fun. They're very light reading. The man who played Spike in Buffy reads the audiobooks.
Oh.
I cannot recommend it enough. It's a great experience. But I started the third one today, and this isn't a...
Harry Dresden is a wizard. There is a TV show. Yeah.
Yep. And I just totally assumed it was on the Sci-Fi Network, and therefore it would be a sci-fi thing.
That's fine. I did too. I thought so too.
Wow, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check out the show. Wow, this is so exciting.
It's only got 14 episodes though, so don't get too
got
attached.
canceled. That's great. You know, I love a canceled TV show.
Yeah, you like sitting and watching them all at once.
Yeah, just binge them.
that's
I
good.
was thinking about that TV show Constantine from
Oh,
like
yeah.
1,000 years ago. I loved that show.
That movie that's a good movie. The Keanu Constantine.
That's a great movie, yeah.
Yeah, the movie's better than the show, but the show was good. I liked it a lot. Yeah, so I've been reading these books and started the third one this morning. This is not a spoiler, but it was a weird synchronicity with Iron Lung, because in the like first chapter of this book, it's sort of a cold open. A weird ghost character pulls her own arm off.
No.
And I was like, damn, that's
Hey.
2 arm pulls in 12 hours. That's crazy.
Yeah, all you need to do is watch Evil Dead.
Yeah, round it out. Get
Yeah.
a comedy's rule of threes. I think I've just been doing like chores in the run up to having a desk job. I've just been like, how do I make my house as like not burdensome as I possibly can before I'm shackled to a desk all day, every day.
Smart. Very smart.
But now I've got this Dresden Files TV show to look forward to. I can't wait. What about you, Chelsea?
If we go with my movie news, there was a movie that I watched a couple of weeks ago that I kept being like, oh, I need to talk to them about it. And I did not bring it up our last episode. And I think I even watched it the episode before that. But it's called If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You.
Okay.
I love that.
Tell me more. I've seen the title and have had questions.
Okay. So I think it's an approachable Eraserhead.
Interesting.
That's great too.
I watched it and I was like, am I gonna like this? And it's supposed to be like I was watching it and it's billed as a comedy and I was like,
Okay.
where is this? Like, I didn't think it was funny. And then halfway through, I looked it up on IMDb because I started watching it with my brother. And then I was like, oh, it says it's a comedy. And then after that, I was like, oh, I can see it. I can see it.
That's sort of how Eraserhead is too. Like,
Yeah.
like if you know it's funny.
Yeah, it stops
Then
being
you can-
unsettling
then
because you're
it's
like,
funny.
oh, I get it. This isn't trying to weird me out. This is
If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Who's in it?
Rose Byrne, Conan O'Brien.
Yes. I am remembering seeing the trailer.
Christian
now.
Slater's in it, apparently.
ASAP Rocky is also in it. While trying to manage her own life and career, a woman on the verge of a breakdown must cope with her daughter's illness, an absent husband, a missing person, and an unusual relationship with her therapist.
Oh, she's got a lot on her plate. Okay.
And I just I think, yeah, it was just very. There were
Approachable
some moments
Eraserhead.
that I felt like they were, and I think that that's the best way I can describe it. But I had very not similar vibes. I think that would be wrong, but like,
Sure.
I feel like the heart of it's very similar. So I was like, oh, this does. And there were scenes that I was like, oh, yeah. So
I'm so fascinated. Okay.
yeah, I don't want to build it up too much.
No, but like that's just such a compelling way to
Yeah.
describe it.
Yeah. And I just my brother only watched part of it and he was like, oh, this is like that. And I was like, yeah, it is. And he loves Eraserhead. So he loves any movie that's going to make him feel uncomfortable. And
Apparently, one reviewer called it Uncut Gems for Moms.
I didn't see Uncut Gems.
I didn't
Is
see it either.
Eraserhead for dads.
Because Eraserhead's obviously for single guys.
Eraserhead's for weirdos.
Yeah, I'll agree to that. So I saw that and I really enjoyed it and I thought about it a lot, much like this movie that we're talking about. But I thought about it a lot after I watched it, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it, but I didn't remember it every time we recorded, unfortunately. But I did remember it this time, and I was really excited to talk about it. So I recommend to watch that if y'all have time or space. I went and saw Send Help, and so I was going to go on this beautiful vacation in which got blizzard out by a blizzard. I have never, planned a vacation in my life that is just a straight up vacation. This was my first fucking vacation.
Visiting someone or doing a work thing?
Or driving through somewhere. Like I have to get from point A to point B and I'm going to do something in the middle. Like I've never, like all my vacations have been like shorter ones that I've enjoyed. Like we'll go some places, but this is my first like week long, I'm going to do shit. And I like paid for a bunch of shit that I could do. And now I like can't get my money back because Broadway doesn't give you money back.
Oh, fuck.
So I am like,
come on.
Yeah.
They know.
I'm like, do you even have,
is
your show even happening? It's
right.
But I am a little bummed, but it does mean that I will be going to the movies every day, which I am so excited about.
So you're still taking the time off work?
Yeah, I'm not going to go back. I thought about doing it, but I was like, if I go back into work,
you'll commit a crime.
Then I'm not going to take the week off again. And I'm just going to I was like, maybe I'll just use this time to get my shit together. Cause like I need to clean my house and I've been needing to clean my house. And even when we were going, we tried to clean a lot right before. And I also have I have tens of thousands of photos to scan. I've scanned like 10,000 of them. I just got the other 10,000 yesterday. So I'm going to have to go scan all of those before the 8th of what month? No one will know. Sorry.
Yeah.
In our recording of this. Yeah. And yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm going to go see Wuthering Heights tomorrow, I think.
Let me know if I should go. That's not really my brand.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but it's because everyone keeps talking about it. I want to give it a watch because it is. People hate it and love it. It's been both.
So did either of you see the most recent previous Wuthering Heights?
The MTV one?
Maybe.
I saw the one on MTV.
Well, because there was like the period PC one that was like accentuating the racial divide between the two of them. Because it actually had Heathcliff being a man of color. That was probably like 2015, 16.
There was one in 2011 with Kaya Scodelario. I don't know her name.
Yeah, that's probably the one.
In Skins. She was the little sister.
Okay.
Effie? No. Yeah, Effie. Okay, thank you. I'm glad we... Yeah, yeah, she was Effie. There's one in 92.
She's so pretty. She's so beautiful.
She is. She's very pretty. In 2009, they had one with Tom Hardy.
Oh.
As Heathcliff. Ooh, and Andrew Lincoln as Edgar. And, okay, hold on. Is this the one I saw? I don't know. Is it? It's a TV miniseries. It doesn't look like it's MTV, though. There was one on MTV. Come on, guys. Write in.
Yeah.
Debutbuddies@gmail.com.
But what is the
What
MTV
is Chelsea
one?
remembering?
I remember it so... Oh, there's one that came out in 2022. That's not what you're talking about, right? You said longer ago.
the 2011 one is the one that I saw that was pretty good. Like very like true to the book, doing an interesting thing. I haven't Jenny saw this new one because she did not attend Iron Lung with me. She saw Wuthering Heights instead. And she enjoyed it. She said I should watch it, but she didn't say much specifically. So
did you tell her that she should watch Iron Lung?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I mean, not for anything about the movie as much as I enjoy a giant tube of blood way more than she ever would.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing about a relationship. It's okay for that to be a thing.
I think that's okay. It's probably better.
Yeah, I think that if both parties love a giant tube of blood, then we have to start asking some questions about what they're doing on their weekends.
We start entering into a space of like, maybe we should acquire a giant tube of blood. Where are we going to get all the blood?
Yeah.
Well, I hear the orphanage is closing. You know?
So the
how much does it
MTV
cost?
Wuthering Heights does have Johnny Whitworth, from Empire Records.
Oh.
Yeah. It also has Katherine Heigl.
Oh, geez.
Love her.
Yeah, but the
Wait, I was thinking of Catherine Hahn.
oh
In this one, she
Which
wears
one
her
is
28th
Michael?
dress. Catherine.
Oh, got it.
and then Erica Christensen plays
Erica
the main
Christensen
character.
from Swim Fan.
Yeah,
Great.
one and the same.
An MTV movie in its own right.
And it's
I
got
believe.
Mike Vogel and Christopher Masterson. Whoa, what a choice.
I'm glad you found it.
Yeah, for a second I was like, did I just make up a fucking movie? I mean, it's fine. If my brain made that up, good on you. It didn't, though. It's not that creepy.
Is that a like Wuthering Heights is a high school?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
It might not be a high school, but it is definitely
Or it's like a private school situation?
two
like-
lovers engage in a modern adaptation, loose modern adaptation,
Okay.
and her adopted brother Heath grow together.
So Chelsea,
No,
wait, what did
they
you think of Send Help?
Are we no, Kelly's making a face. You're going to watch it?
I'm going to watch it.
Okay, great. We won't talk about it then. We'll wait. We'll
Sorry,
talk about
next
it later.
week. Next week.
Yeah,
next
that's
week.
fine. No, there's plenty of time. It's all good. That was the MouthGarf Report?
The cats. Minoru. Her name this week is Minoru.
Minoru?
Yeah, based off of a character in Tears of the Kingdom.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
yay.
fun.
Yeah, she's like the sister who is a giant. She's like this sage of the spirit of sage, something like that. She's a giant.
Gosh,
Damn, guys, this is not good for
Chelsea's doing some strong physical act outs this week.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, everyone.
We're gonna have to opt into this Apple video podcast thing they're offering us.
Because I cannot fucking talk, but I will mime everything.
Yeah.
I
You should
am
just only
great
mime.
at charades, but
Yes.
nothing else.
Also, should Only Mimes be a website that exists where people pay you to mime?
I bet that exists, dude.
I'll take the money.
You can mime taking off clothes and like mime taking foot pics for Only
Oh,
Mimes.
I was gonna say I'll fold my clothes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh yeah, you can do all this stuff. But yeah, you don't actually do any of it because you're miming. I think that's great.
Yeah, I like that.
And some sicko's just like, yeah, give me that Only Mimes.
Oh God.
You know?
Yeah.
I love it when they're wearing that black and white stripy shirt.
Yeah.
Ooh, and those little gloves.
Oh man, you can't get out of that box, can you? You love it.
Oh God.
Don't make me lasso you,
Yeah.
pull you over here.
Watch out, some wind's coming.
Oh,
It's great stuff.
Gross.
MouthGarf Report. Okay. You want to play a game?
Yeah.
Yay! It's time to play I See What You Did There.
Woo.
This is going to all be related to the movie, to submarines, and to iron lungs. So get ready.
Boy. Okay. Okay.
All right. Number one, as a medical device, the iron lung was used to cure sufferers of this now eradicated viral illness that can cause paralysis and even death. And this fictional mutant is known for wielding dual katana swords and wearing a blue eye mask.
From what property?
No.
Oh, have you got it? I was asking for more clues.
I think Chelsea's got it.
Leonardo?
Poe Leonardo. You see what I did there? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
He's a Ninja
From what
Turtle.
property? What was
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Is this DC or?
Oh yeah, good question. Good question.
Yeah, he's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Got it,
and
thank you.
yeah, polio. All right, number two. Caroline Rose Kaplan, who plays Ava in the film, appeared in one episode of this Netflix prison-based series with a fashion-forward title. And this is a ceremony celebrated by various satanic groups in parody of Catholic practices.
Orange is the new black mass.
You see what I did there? Orange is the new black mass. Ding, ding, ding.
Nice.
All right. I knew you'd like that one. That was a good one, right?
That was a good one.
Yeah, it
Fun one.
was.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Did we struggle last time really hard? Was last time difficult?
I black it
No,
out.
I think you did. I think you did great last time. Last time was Philip K. Dick, and I think it all went pretty smooth. Yeah.
Oh, that one went well. Yeah.
Number 3.
The Pope one. That was hard.
Yeah, the Pope one had a couple of the Pope one had a couple that were poorly written on my part.
No, it's not
No,
you.
stop
it's
it.
us. Stop.
You do a great job week after week, fortnight after fortnight.
Okay. Number 3. Captain Nemo pilots the Nautilus in this Jules Verne submarine sci-fi adventure from 1869. And this is a song from Donovan's 1966 album Sunshine Superman that reminds you to pick up every stitch, and whose title references magical crones but is really about cultural anxieties.
Is it 2,000 Leagues? Wait, no, is that wrong?
20?
It's
20,000
yeah.
leagues.
20,000
That's funny
leagues.
because I wrote 20. I swear.
That's how I said
20,000
2016
leagues.
when I read 2026.
Yeah.
20,000.
And I was over here like 28,000 Leagues, which is another spinoff for the 28 Days Later
Oh,
franchise.
damn.
Oh, 28,000 leagues later.
Yeah.
Patent, copyright, trademark,
whenever
whichever
they learn to
is
swim.
appropriate.
There's a sea lab at the bottom of the Marianas Trench, and there's zombies in it.
And you have to go in a submarine welded in down to the bottom.
Oh, God.
And it's a blood ocean because of all the zombies.
Ah! Don't get it in your eye.
This is a good movie. This is ours. Nobody take it. Copyright debut.
I've forgotten the clue. So
Okay.
28,000, no, 20,000
Leagues under the season of the witch.
20,000 Leagues Under the Season of the Witch. You see what I did there. Well done.
Good job, Chelsea.
Season of the Witch, one of those songs that's in like most movies,
Yeah. That
along
has a
with
witch
Sympathy
in
for
it.
the Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, number 4. On November 8th, 1895, German physics professor Wilhelm Röntgen discovered this form of high-energy electromagnetic radiation commonly used to assess internal skeletal injuries or photograph through oceans of blood. And if you show poor etiquette, someone might use this idiom, accusing you of having wild dogs for parents.
Oh, X-raised by wolves?
X-rays by wolves. You see what I did there?
Okay, phew.
That was a long
Beautiful.
paragraph. That's definitely 4 sentences that I made one.
I kind of like when they're really long.
Yeah.
Just
Gives us
because it's
time.
funny to me. Yeah, it gives us time
Yeah.
and it makes me laugh.
Vamp.
And you give extra clues in it, and
It's
it's
true.
really nice.
It also, like, the whole time I'm like, got it. Oh, the sentence
what?
changed. Okay, got it. Oh, another change.
Good. That's what I intend. I want it to be an adventure.
Yeah, it is.
All right, last one, number 5. This idiom means too expensive or fancy to suit one's taste or preferences. And you might commonly hear it from card players folding at the sight of a hefty bet. And this astronomical phenomenon occurs when the moon orbits through the Earth's shadow, causing a lunar eclipse that scatters violet and blue sunlight before it can reach the satellite's surface.
Too rich for my blood moon.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Too
yeah,
rich
yeah,
for my
yeah.
blood moon. You see what I did there? Woo!
Woohoo!
That was a game.
We did it.
Hey.
Wow, the end
That was
snuck up
fun.
on me.
Yeah. And now it's time for the MouthGarf.
We wanted it to keep going.
Nope.
Now
No,
it's
it's
time.
not.
Yeah, I know. Now let's just do it again. I've gone insane. I've forgotten where I'm
We've
at
been
because of the
stuck
tone.
down here for too long. Our oxygen bar has gone down too low.
There's only one light left.
Oh no!
And now it's time to talk Debs.
Yeah, it is.
How many dibs? How many dibs? How many dibs? How many dibs?
And wow, what are we gonna say?
Yeah, what are
do
we
you
gonna
think
say?
everybody's gonna say?
Mine's gonna be a 5, but you're.
Really, full 5?
Yeah, I really loved
Whoa,
it. I
okay,
ate my
hell yeah.
popcorn. I got a large. I chompled it.
Hell
Whoa.
yeah! It's just like the monster
I
who
love
ate all
you
those
chompling
people.
popcorn. I want to hang
I
out
was
with
like,
you
what word
eating
did I
popcorn.
just fucking use?
Yeah, you chompled.
No, I'm in. I want to hang out for Chompling.
Well, I just like, if I can like sit in a movie and it draws me in enough to, and I know that I had a different experience than y'all had, but like, I was really into the movie, and whenever I got a phone call, I got really pissed off because I feel like
oh, that sucks.
And I could hear it, and I could hear a bunch of stuff going on because there were some very slow parts, but I could hear action happening, and I was like, "This is the first time."
You're like, no. Oh, that's frustrating.
I didn't even have to take the call, so I might have to rewatch the movie in order to catch that one scene. I thought about going today just to catch the like 10 minutes I missed, because I think it might have been a very important part of the film.
I was thinking about it, and so there was only one showtime at my theater yesterday, and it was 6 p.m. And I was like, if I had caught I'm an early morning moviegoer. I like to go to like a 10 a.m. showing.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, if this had been a 10 a.m. showing, I might have immediately watched it again. Just because I was so
like, what the fuck was that?
Confounded.
Mm-hmm.
like I think what I would have done was like gone out to my car and Googled some stuff and then gone to like the next showing if I had had the option. Gosh, what am I going to rate this? How many Debs?
How many Debs? Dun, dun,
How many
dun, dun.
Debs?
Stall for
I
time.
don't know. I am. I'm vamping again. Nate, do you have an answer?
I do. I'm going to give it a
Okay.
4. And I give it a 4 because I think it's really like, I think the ultimate, okay. One, the conversation we've had about it has been great because it's gratifying to me to go, okay, everybody comes away from this movie with the same thing. I didn't miss anything.
Yeah. I think that's accurate. Yeah.
We have the same puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
I think that the execution, aside from some things that really like could be improved, but with just time, you know what I mean? Like a person gets better at doing things the more they do them. Really well done. I think it's got scenes that I will never stop thinking about from a visual standpoint, and ideas that have clearly like wormed into my brain to the point that I might actually be the thing that caused the Quiet Rapture at this point. I don't know. Did I? Did I do it?
Probably.
But yeah, like it's just, you know, it's tricky because it's like kind of, if I was going to rate the movie out of 5, I would give the movie like a 3, where it's like I love this 3. It's a good 3. It's like
It's a strong 3.
It's a strong like 6 out of 10, almost a 7 out of 10 kind of movie.
Yeah.
And all of the stuff that's sort of padded around it makes it more interesting to me in the conversation we had. So that's where I get to a 4. I think it's like it's a worthy experience. I think that anybody who's kind of into these genres, into horror, into cosmic horror, into submarines full of blood, like whatever your thing is, as long as it's one of those, check it out because it's worth it. And, you know, I think like the test for me will be when it's streaming or somehow available to watch at home, if I sit through the whole thing without sort of the quiet and the specificity of the theater. And that remains to be seen. But I didn't find myself at any point fidgeting like I got to get out of here. I had a couple of moments where I was like, man, fuck, I just answer something.
I was checking my watch, dog. Whoa! For some more, I'm vamping.
Yeah.
I'm continuing the stall because Chelsea just pulled a cat out of the camera is what it looked like.
Yeah, she's been struggling, so.
Man, I
you want to give it like a
like
2, huh?
Do what you feel.
it crossed my mind.
Yeah, that's fine. You can give it a 2.
No, I'm going to go 3 because it isn't a 2. It's like we said, it's a strong 3 of a film. I do agree that like our conversation was stellar, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. 5 for conversation, no matter what. Yeah.
And I see a path for me to bump it to a 4. Like, I think I am going to watch the Let's Play, and I do think that I would watch it again when it is streaming with subtitles. So I see a path to 4, but presently I gotta go 3.
Yeah.
Fair. That's good. That keeps our math easy
It does keep it easy. Yeah.
all around. So
That's a 4. That's a 4. That's
a
an
4.
overall 4.
It's good. It's good. Okay. For our next episode, we're going to talk about the experimental music producer Joe Meek and the first record by a British rock group to reach the #1 in the US Hot 100 charts. That song is the instrumental titled Telstar by the Tornadoes that Meek wrote and produced himself. We're going to get weird about it because Meek had a whole album of spacey alien experimental music too. So we'll probably talk about that.
Hell yeah.
Get ready. Get ready. It's going to get weird.
we love getting weird.
Weirder than a bloody submarine.
Probably.
Maybe.
Oh, almost certainly. It's not that weird. It's like it's tube. It's got blood in it. It's pretty straightforward. If you like this show, please subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you listen. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. And tell us what you thought of Iron Lung or what you think the cause of the Quiet Rapture was. Mm-hmm. Just because I'd like to know. I'd like to know what the consensus is.
Yeah, send us your fan theories.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please email us. debutbuddies@gmail.com. I would like to read your fan theories about this movie. I want somebody to tell me, oh, it was all right there. How could you not get this? You dummy. Why didn't you pick up on these 7 clues that were clearly there when you isolate the separate soundtracks? Yeah, I want to cry. I want to cry like Kelly just sort of did. I want to have that moment of like, oh, thank God. I've been so blind, but now I see. So do that. If you like the music on the show, it's all Michael J. O'Connor. michaeljoconnor.bandcamp.com or Michael J. O'Connor and the coldfamily.bandcamp.com. And if you want to read some science fiction books, some of which, yeah, there's some like blood in one of them, and one of them certainly has like a lot of semen going everywhere. So there's fluids. We got fluids for you. Read spaceboy.com.
To boot.
Oh, yeah, bodily. That's right.
Sorry, say the website again. I spoke over you.
Read spaceboy.com. I also like that bodily, BODILY, and bodily, BAUDLY,
Yeah.
are homophones, and it's pretty interesting. It's getting bodily in here.
It's both. Yep. 2 things could be true. And if you miss me and Chelsea in the off weeks of Debut Buddies, you can find us over at Never Show the Monster, a funny podcast about scary movies. Probably you can find us there.
Oh, you can. You can find them there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find past us for
Totally.
sure.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah. There are
current us.
archives. Like the podcast exists.
It's true. It's true. All the pieces fit. That's absolutely what it is. And you can listen to you should listen to the archives. If there's not a new one there, listen to the old stuff. What are you
We did
waiting
Event
for?
Horizon.
Yeah.
We sure did.
That's right. And until next time, they will get their execution, and I will get my podcast. Yo-ha.
Yo-ha.
Bye, buddies. It's a quote from the movie.
It took me until just now, but yes.
He says, I will get my freedom.
Freedom. Yeah.
But I put podcast in instead.
I see now what you
Yeah, we
did.
see.
I now see what you did. Yeah.
Great.
First is best, or first is worse. Either way, let's dive in head first. Give us reasons to converse. Debut buddies.
I don't know how to say names. That's
It's
a
okay.
whole thing.
Carrie Ellis.
Carrie Ellis.